welcome. And today we're experimenting. We are exploring our artistic expression and playing around with some unfamiliar, at least unfamiliar to me, medium, which is joint compound. So this is only the second time I've used joint compound. If you want to see the first piece I did with joint compound, I will link it to this video as well. But this is the the second time I'm using it. So I'm pretty unfamiliar with it. So it's really about play and exploration, which I think is like the most important part of my artistic journey. Playing around and having fun and not worrying about other people's opinions about my art. That is definitely something that I'm working on. But in today's piece, and something I was thinking about as I was watching and editing this video, or a thought that came up in my mind, and let me know if you've had it also, is sometimes what I've realized when I'm exploring my artistic expression and how I want to play around or express myself, I am finding I'm a little bit scared. I'm a little scared to express myself in the fullest extent, because I guess maybe fear of judgment, like, oh, people are gonna think this is weird or they're not gonna get it. And so that's something I'm definitely overcoming as I'm working through this process of play and exploration with different mediums, and just like trying to like tap into that flow state of art where I'm not like thinking so hard about it, and I'm more so producing artwork that is coming directly from my heart space. So as you can see in this piece, I've already changed it. I was thinking about doing a face in the middle, and then I painted over that. And then I was playing around with this color scheme of like greens and pinks and like this deep red. And as you can see, I am also painting over that as well. And I have learned something about myself and my artistic expression, is that I actually really love playing around with like grayscale paintings, like black and white. I don't know what it is about it. I think it's like the dynamic like contrast between them, the shading, and like the depth to it. But then also I was enjoying the fact that there was this undertone of these warm colors, of the green still kind of pops through, and so does the red. So yeah. So here we are. You can see my dog to the right, and I am just painting with black and white paint at this point. I'm playing around with it. I really didn't know where this piece was going, and I was trying to more so feel through it than think through it, if that makes sense. I was trying to feel like, what is the next thing that I'm going to do? And even if I would have stopped here, it would have made a pretty cool piece, but I decided to keep going. And this is a piece that I am continuing to work on. So this is definitely going to be a part 1 of this painting. I am not done with it yet. I kind of like, as I sat and I looked at it, I figured out what I wanted to do next. So I don't know about you guys and where you are with your art journey, but I've realized that, well, I didn't ever think that I was afraid of what other people thought of my art. Like, in my brain, I know it's subjective. In my brain, I know not everybody, if you're a really talented artist, there's going to be a lot of people that say they don't like your art. But I guess I didn't really confront my feelings and insecurity about my own artistic expression until I've recently started to explore it. Because as you can see, like with this piece, like I feel like I was like getting into it and I had these ideas of how I wanted it to look, and then I was like, oh my gosh, like what if this is just like so weird, So I don't know, like clearly I still have some growing to do when it comes to expressing myself in my fullest artistic form. I think that's a journey, and I'd encourage you guys to explore it to your fullest potential as well. And you can really only do that through play. I like to be very playful with my materials, and I don't want to think too deeply on how I'm supposed to use it, because I just feel like there are no shoulds. There should be, well, that's weird. I feel like there's no shoulds in the art world. Like, there's not a specific way you should do anything. And yeah, of course, there is art school and there's a lot of opinions about that and how certain art should look and blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, the most inventive artists are the ones that pushed against that, and they did art through their feeling. Like they created something from their heart, and they didn't let anybody tell them how they should or shouldn't create this masterpiece. Especially in the age today where we live in, there's photography. You can capture really beautiful pictures with your camera, and so art is really an expression of your own inner world, or an expression of your heart, I guess. So here I'm adding a face. I'm trying to figure out how I want to add the face, right? And I'm also in my head thinking like, wow, this looks kind of weird, like kind of a bizarre piece. I don't know if I like it, etc. And you know what? It is a little weird, and it's going to get weirder in part 2 because I'm going to add some more, more expression to it. But yeah, if you're not making weird art, or you don't feel like, you are, maybe you should. That's the takeaway. Don't be afraid to make weird art. We are all a unique expression of, our creator, or whatever you want to call it. We're a unique expression of who we are. And so we should express that in the most authentic way as we can. And sometimes it just takes a little while to figure out who we are. Like, I've been on a journey of like, who am I? How do I express myself? And that can be a little bit challenging. So you gotta take off all the layers of years of conditioning and other people playing these roles, right? We play these roles for other people of like, this is who I am for these people. And when we take all those layers off underneath, that is who we are at our most authentic self. So enjoy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is kind of where we're going to wrap things up for today. But yeah, stick around or subscribe so that you can see part 2 and see how this masterpiece or flop, however you perceive it, turns out. There are no flops when your main goal is exploration. So yeah, that's all I'll have to say about that. But it is fun watching it all come together. This is probably 2.5 hours worth of painting and videotaping right here. It's consolidated into under 10 minutes. So it's been really fun though. I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you guys next week for another video like this, so you can see how this painting has turned out. It's gonna be great.